Good morning, good morning, good morning. You know why I'm here. Welcome to another one of my analysis. This is my intraday slash day trade analysis where I just look up for certain setups for like intraday trades and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get started. First pair that I'm going to go ahead and start with is just gold, since that's like the only pair that I'm looking at as of right now to get into a trade. It did hit my sell box. I am still looking for this to potentially drop. Um, for those who are in this swing trade, if I could find it, where is it? I'm tripping. For those who are in this swing trade from when I had called on Sunday, stop losses should be put at break even with this trade right here. Let me hide this real quick and talk about this trade. So on Sunday, I'd called this swing trade on gold, but I put my stop loss at break even because I'm like, hey, we're in this trade, zero drawdown. Is it really worth it for us to go and risk for price to come back down and hit stop loss? I didn't think so. And I'll just go. So yeah, I'll just show exactly if I still have it on here. I should. Let me see. There it is. Daily time frame. I'll hide this as well. And just to repeat about why I'm still thinking that this can go bullish, it's because, as you guys can see on the daily fibs, this came into my zone that I usually like to buy from. It hit the 78.61, came to the 71%, bounced off of there, continuation to the upside. Like I said, that's for the swing trade. But for this trade that I'm looking for, this is more of an intraday slash day trade that I want to see play out. So let's get rid of the swing real quick. Then I'll go to the 1 hour time frame. So yeah, so gold, what I'm looking at for this move is for price to reject off of the 78.6, like how it's showing it looking like it's going to do, and then continue to the downside to potentially just come to 1860 and then continue to the upside again. This is, I'm just playing off of this impulsive sell from right here. So with that being said, I'm in this trade. I'm in this trade right now, this AM 1900. I did say that I wasn't really going to trade today on election day, but I'm just going to minimize my risk. There's like, if my stop loss gets hit, then it is what it is. And I'm just not going to try to get rich off of one trade or not try to get rich off of two trades or anything like that. A less conservative stop loss would be up here at 1910 or at 1911. I would suggest putting it at 1911 instead. But this is the trade that I'm in right now. So, and that's like a good 78.6. If you use the risk reward ratio, it's a 1-to-2, which isn't terrible, but it isn't the greatest either. If you're getting in, if you got in right here where I had gotten in, my first entry. My second entry, because I was stacking, is up here at the 78.6, and if you enter from right here, then your risk reward would then turn into a 1 to 3.74 with the stop loss of 1911. If you have a stop loss of 1905.600, which is at the 90% fib, then your risk reward becomes even smaller, which is a 1 to 7. That's a good risk reward in my opinion. A 1 to 7 is a great risk reward. Some people only look for 1-to-2s when they're trading and stuff like that, rather than just looking for that 1 to 7. So yeah, this is the trade setup that I'm in, and let's see how that plays out. All right, let me mute everybody first of all. There we go. Okay, so that's for gold. That's what I'm looking at for gold. And again, I know I said I wasn't going to trade on Tuesday, but I'm just going to trade. And if the market takes me out of any trades, then it is what it is. I'm not going to make the election not make me get into trades, right? Okay, so DXY, the pair that I usually start with, I started with second today. So DXY, as explained from the from Monday analysis, got a double top right here. Price ended up dropping. I still wanted to come to my buy box for it to continue on with the buy to the upside. Don't really think there's really much other than that to say. Yeah, rejected off of there, come to the buy box, continue to the upside. It's not really much else I can really think about to happen with this pair right now. And just to explain why I still think this is going to go bullish, let me hide these. I'll just hide those because those were the ones that were in the way. You have the bullish push from up here, this swing from the swing low to the swing high. Then you have price never broke through this previous structure right here. Well, it kind of faked out and did, but at the same time, look where it came to. It came into my buy box area, rejected off of the 71% fib nicely, then came up to the upside. I still expect this to break through this and continue. So that's why I'm like, okay, still want to see this rejection to the upside. And I'll leave that up there, but then just have this set up for the US dollar still in play. Okay, so that is for the US dollar. Gonna go ahead and actually put an alert right here. I want to change my trend line color. I'm going to change it to like, yeah, that's fine. And then I'm going to go ahead and set add alerts. And then I'm just going to say 61.8 fib DXY. Okay, so create, that's what I'm going to be looking for on the DXY, for it to come back down here and see how that plays off. Just being patient. Let's go on to EURUSD. Now, guys, whenever I say that price, I'm looking for a retracement, you can always play off of you can always play that move. Like, I got into this trade, although I got out of it a little early, but that's okay because it was just like a quick trade for me. But you could have totally played this out. Like, when I'm like, okay, price is going to come to this sell box. If you see rejections down, especially at a main zone like this, because I remember how I drew it last week, it was a main zone. You can risk like 30 pips and try to get like 123 or something like that, because right now from when I had said that, oh, price is gonna go bullish, it's 80 pips in profit. So could have did that if you wanted to. Just it was something I wanted to illustrate. But yeah, EU, same thing. We've got the broken trend line. I want the retest of the broken trend line, which so happens to be at the sell box from this previous swing high up here. So that's what I want to see, just for it to climb back up. And just for added confluence, let's go ahead and look at the volume. Volume looks like it's probably going to pick up to all the way up here. That's good. I already know arbitrage called for this buy on the 1 hour time frame. And it called for that buy yesterday at 7. I could have got in at 7, but I got in way earlier. And so yeah, like I said, the 1 hour is already flew by. The 4 hours probably going to get called next, but I wouldn't really worry so much about the 4 hour rather than the 1 hour, unless it could literally just reject off of the 4 hour right here and then drop it at the same time. So just got to be careful playing with EU. But like I said, I still wanted to come up to that broken trend line / sell box that I have, and then for it to drop. I don't expect for it to just turn around right here. 15-minute is probably the only thing that I would be like, okay, well, here, if it's not gonna go hit, then I'll probably get into a 15-minute trade. But I don't like the 15-minute how it looks right now either. So yeah, just going off of the naked charts, like I mentioned, and I want price to come up here. So that's for EU. I'm pretty sure GU is very similar. And again, guys, you could have played this. Again, if you see rejections, you could just go ahead and play that. Look where this move went from down here when I said, okay, I want price to come back up. You could have totally played that move to the upside if you saw rejections or anything like that. It's a little riskier than usual, but that's a 94 pip move. Could have made some good money off of that. And yeah, same thing with this. I want price to come up to the sell box, which just so happens to be the retest of this trend line, and then for it to push to the downside. I couldn't have sold it down here unless it broke and retested and then continue to the downside. So glad that this didn't play out, because I'd rather sell up here than down here, in all honesty. So yeah, GU still setting up. It's still the same exact play that I had from last week. I don't really like playing anything other than these type of moves. The 1 hour, I suppose that if you want to try and trade this impulsive bullish move, if price does something like this, let me get rid of this right here real quick. If price can do something like this and then bounce back up to here, which just so happens to be at the 61.8, that would be nice. If price can just drop on down, come to this buy zone right here where it previously broke, like for it to just come and retest this, then yeah, most definitely I can look for another buy to the upside up. That actually looks pretty nice. It looks pretty decent to me. But if not, then of course you scrap it, right? So again, I'd rather just, this is more of something that even Peyton or his CJ might even look at, is for price to come back down, retest, then take it to like the 61.8, which matches up with the trend line. And then I already have my sell limit on GU for up over here at 790. So that's where I have my sell limit at for this sell that I'm looking at. So let's see how that plays out, guys. So that could be a good setup for this morning if price does intend on retracing. And if not, then we'll just look for the buy. We'll look for the sell up here in my sell box. All right. So that's for GU. AUDUSD swing trade is going good in profits. I would suggest that if you're still in the swing trade, to move your stop loss at break even. I have even looked at this on my MT4 ever since I placed it. But the swing trade is currently up about, if I can get a good measurement, 131 pips. So this AUDUSD swing that I called from last week is up 131 pips, or last week, Sunday, is up 131 pips, or 127, whatever you want to call it. I will consider moving stop loss to break even and seeing how the rest of this plays out. I do like where it's at, but 4 hour time frame. I'm gonna move this to the left a little bit. Only thing that I'm not necessarily caring for is that I want to see how this fib looks real quick. Yeah, it just had broken through the 78.6. It could literally drop anywhere from right here right now. That's my thing about AU right now. It could literally drop from this zone right now. I don't think it will, personally speaking. I still think that it has some room to go to the upside, but you have to just watch out for these type of moves regardless. So Um, put that right there. Now at this point, if you got in, then you'd have even a better entry than anybody would for this type of sell right here. For if you're looking for the impulsive from this push to the upside. But I honestly don't think it's going to start. I think it's going to keep going bullish because again, from the daily setup, look where price came and rejected the 71%, which was this zone right here that it lined up with perfectly, and then it pushed right back up. I'm not thinking that this is going to try to sell anytime soon. So I'm just going to, if you would like, this is a setup for anybody that wants to take it. If you would like, you can go ahead and try to get into this trade. And then take it back down to these lows. I would take probably most of my partials by the time I get to the 23.6. But I would probably have a stop loss like this. So it's 25 pip stop loss, or you can have it over here for an 8 pip stop, or like not an 8 pip stop loss, like a 9 to 10 pip stop loss. So your risk to reward will be like 1 to 14. That's funny. But that's only if you want to try to get into this. I might try to get into this risky sell, but I don't think that's going to play out. I still think that this swing move is going to be the one that plays out the best. So we'll see how this goes though. But again, you can either use the stop loss of 0.71406, which is like a 10 pip stop loss from where price is currently at, or you can come up to here, which is a little more safer, and it would be a 25 pips or 26 pip stop loss. That's 0.71567. So let's see how that plays out. Going to go on to GA. GA hit take profit from the session on Sunday, so that's good for me to see. Zero drawdown, absolutely perfect trade setup. I forgot how many pips that was. Hold on. So that was a 215 pip move. So that was nice. That was a nice 215 that we got from there. Actually, I'm just going to keep that. Come on now. There we go. I'm going to keep this. Everything else I'm going to delete. That was a nice M pattern. So this is why it's my favorite pattern, especially when it matches up with my sell box that I look for and everything like that. All right. Got rid of all that. Still want to address this move right here, though. From this bullish move, never got a retest, or we never got the pullback all the way to the 61.8. That's what it looks like this is doing right now, but I still want it to come a little lower to see how it tests out right here. Now, as you guys can see, when obviously AUD, USD is going bullish, GA or EA, they go bearish, right? So with this move right here, it still has to come down here to get into my buy box. I don't know why that's, well, I do know why from the previous trade I was looking at, but it still has a little bit more room to come into my buy box for me to actually consider trying to buy it. And I would personally only want to buy it if it came to the 71% fib and gave some rejection there. So I'm going to go ahead and set an alert. No, what the hecky? That is not what I wanted. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and set an alert on my trend line and be like GA 71% fib hit, right? Create. And so I want to see price come down and hit this alert, and then I'll be like, okay, now I can make my decision if I want to get into the trade or not. But try to be modified in another. No, it hasn't. Stop lying. And I have no idea why I just pressed. Oh. But yeah, so this is what I want to see. I want to see this play out, and we'll go from there. That was a good sell that we got into just for the retracement. Still kind of thinking that this is bearish though overall, because look at again this structure, it failed to break it again. So this could still be very much bearish, but if I were to get into a buy, this would be the buy that I get into right here. So once that alert goes off, I'll let you guys know how things are. Let me go on to the arbitrage. I forgot to look at arbitrage on AUDUSD, but that's fine. Go to the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, 1 hour is all oversold, but I would like for it to sell a little bit more. 4 hour, got the break, retest of the RSI line, perfect drop. This is just, I love when I see stuff like that on arbitrage. And daily is still calling for the buy. So again, price, let's see what it looks like actually. See if it matches up. It matches up perfectly to where the RSI line is. So if price comes back down to the RSI line and then it just hits that buy box, might get into a sell. Because, I mean, like I said, the daily is still calling for the buy, but it's just a little wonky. So that's for GA. I'm going to be watching it. Let's go with EA. Oh, and let me go over AUDUSD real quick, actually. Just really quickly. AU is literally at the daily RSI line, so I would be looking at taking some partial profits. This previous candle on the 4 hour just called for the buy, but then that just makes me want to see a retest of this for it to continue to the upside. 1 hour and 15 minutes, they all called for the buy, so that's just on AU real quick. Let's go over to EA. All right. EA, just like I was saying with GA, it looks like it's very bearish. Just in my personal opinion, it looks very bearish. It's rejected off of this zone right here 3 times, and it's been selling from since then. But I have to address this bullish move right here. So from right here, when price started the impulsive bullish move, it has came and it's broken through the 78.6 area. So I'm not even going to be looking for sells. I mean, you could look for a buy. I'm not necessarily looking for buys, but this just looks bearish to me, in my opinion. So what I would rather do is probably play something like this, go into the 4 hour time frame. Yeah, I couldn't get into this move right here because it's already almost towards my stop loss area. I mean, if you're feeling risky and you want to, then yeah, sure, you can go ahead and get into a trade like right here, take it back up to these highs and have your stop loss like around right here. That's still 71 pip stop loss. Yeesh, that's a lot. Or you could put it over here at the 90 for a more conservative stop loss, which is 23 pips. That's still a lot. But yeah, that's if you really wanted to get into a trade. This is a nice 1 to 13 almost risk to reward trade setup right here. But with all this bearish momentum right here, I wouldn't think like such, and I still overall think that this is bearish. So that's just, like I said, if you want to get into it, I would rather just play off of this bearish momentum and then continue with it. So from this previous swing, if I get the rejections right here, price can keep going. If I get the rejections right here, I'd rather get price to pull up to my sell box and then continuation to the downside. That's what I would rather play off of this move, because that's what it just looks like it's going to do, rather than the buy. But again, if you want to go ahead and play that risky the risky buy that I showed, by all means, because it could still very well be valid. If I was looking for buys, this would be the time to buy, and this is actually a way better entry than any buy that I would have got into. So that's for EA. And I'll just show that one more time, the setup. and I'll leave it on and I'll just hide it. And so from here, from this swing low to this swing high, this is my sell. Well, I'm not even going to put a box or anything like that. If it rejects right here, this would be the trade that I would get into. Conservative stop loss would literally be like 20 to 25 pips at the 0.9 fib. And just my regular stop loss would be down here. And that's a 61 pip stop loss. So still, it's a 1 to 5. That's still really good. A 1 to 5. Even if you wanted to take it to back to these highs, you could. I just like the 23.6 better. But you could definitely take it back up to these highs. If that's what you're seeing. If you're looking for buys though, right? I'm looking for sells mostly, so I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna have that and keep it to the sideline. But this is what I'm looking for. Oh, I guess I deleted it. Or I didn't even said it. This is what, but yeah, this is what I'm looking for if price is rejecting off of here. So that kind of matches up with the buy, you know? That kind of matches up with the buy. If price rejects there, then go up to the sell box. You can play that move, then it drops. So again, just watching Euro AUD. Let's go on to Euro GBP. I'm more than certain that arbitrage is calling for sells. And I missed my entry on Euro GBP again. I looked at it right before I got into this live. I'm like, ooh, this is gonna be a perfect sell. I missed it though, right here off of this channel. That's unfortunate, but hey, it is what it is. Let's see where it lined up with. Lined up almost with the 90, which sounds about right. But yeah, I missed my entry that I wanted by how many pips? How many pips is it right now in drawdown? 14 pips. Do I want to get back into this though? That's my question. Not really certain if I want to get into the trade from right here, because I mean, like I said, that's from where I wanted to get in. That's about 20 pips, and that's kind of a lot for me personally, because it can just go back up and put me in 20 pips losses. But yeah, I'm definitely looking to sell EURGBP down to the ground. It looks like it's respecting this channel that I had drawn out, but it's only been respecting it to the upside, so it's not really a channel. It's more of a trend line that's been respecting. But still, I want to still sell this to the ground. But again, I missed my entry right here. If I was to sell this, this would be what I'll be looking for right here. Off of like up over here at this high, and take price down to here. That would be for the intraday trade, 60 pips, or down to the bottom of the channel, which is 116 or 120 pips, like double of what I want. So you can still take it. You can still very well take this trade. It's just that, like I said, I would prefer for my 20 pips. I mean, for me to get back up here rather than down here, because I'm risking 15 pips right now. But then if I enter the trade right here, then I'm going to be 30 pips. That's going to be my stop loss. And I'd rather have a 15 pip stop loss than a 30 pip stop loss any day of the week, especially with the elections coming up and everything like that. But like I said, you can still take this trade. It just needs to break these lows that it failed to break yesterday. So that's my personal opinion on on EG. Let's go ahead and go to EURNZD. Oh, before I do EURNZD, let me go ahead and look at arbitrage for EG. So still making that move to the downside. On the 4-hour time frame, still called for that sell from like last week. And then also 1-hour time frame. Yeah, 1 hour, you got the break retest. As soon as it breaks through this lower danger zone, it's gonna crash. So yeah, like I said, if you guys want to get into that sell, by all means, I might get into it, and I'm going to actually set up an alert for arbitrage to tell me when to get out of this trade. So short exit all, once per bar close, creates. Oh, I have too many alerts. So let me go back over here. What alerts do I have? So I got that. Oh, that's right. These 4 hours. I just wanted to get an alert to let me know that it's happening. Didn't really get in. And then this. We don't need this anymore because we already have that play. The long entrance, I only wanted it to tell me to get out of EN. It never triggered. Long entrance, I don't know why I didn't get that alert. But yeah, so close. So yeah, EG, set my alert, arbitrage, short exit all, once per bar close. So be my guest. Go ahead and get in. Like I probably will get in now that I've seen arbitrage. I mean, it's been showing a lot of flakiness right here, but I still like the sell. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and place that. EURNZD played out nicely. So if I am not mistaken, or if I do say so myself, from this sell that I had called on Sunday, I would definitely be looking to take at least 70 to 80% of my profits off of this trade. It came down to these equal lows that it had previously respected. This was an awesome move. This was perfect. Same thing as usual, guys. 78.6 between that and the 61.8. Sell box, drop. Currently this trade is up around 130 plus pips. So like I said, I would be looking to take about 50 to 70% of your profits. And yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say that for you to get out of this trade, because why would you? You're still in. If you're still in the trade, then you're good. If you're not in the trade though, let's see right here. I mean, the move's already played out, dude. Like, moves clearly still gonna keep dropping, and I can't sell from this low. I can't personally. So the move's already played out for EN. If you're not in this, then oh well, it is what it is. It'd be like that sometimes. But yeah, just don't miss my Zoom calls, my recordings. S&P still have the same exact move that I'm looking for. It's at the 50% fib, and if it rejects off of here, I swear I'm gonna be mad. But I still think that it's gonna come up to my sell box, and then I'll be looking for sells. This was from the previous move, so I don't know why it's even here. But yeah, want price to still come back up to the sell box and then drop. As you guys saw, arbitrage caught for the buy on the 4 hour. And again, guys, this could have been a play that you could have been buying the retracement, as like I usually always say. But yeah, probably going to retest the RSI line at 3325 and then keep going bullish. This is one pair though that you got to really be careful if you're gonna be trading with this election. Same thing with the Dow Jones. It's called for the buy, rejection, probably continue to the upside. Dow Jones looks better than the S&P right now when it comes to this play. So I think I might be playing this more than S&P, but S&P will probably most likely, like, it's going to follow it. It's not most likely. It is going to follow it, but I just like the Dow Jones move way better. So that's about it, guys. That's all I have. Like I said, it's going to be just this is like a review, and plays are still playing out the way how I like them to play out. Gold, let's see what it's looking like right now, what it's doing. Yeah, I'm definitely still in this trade, Mike. It's just been struggling to break through the 78.6. So I'm still in this, and I'm still gonna hold. AUDUSD, that swing. Again, guys, if you would have took the conservative stop loss, your stop loss would have got hit on this move. But if you put your stop loss up here with the 25 pips, you have a higher chance of not getting stopped out. But I don't think that price is necessarily going to drop all the way down again, especially with this bullish momentum. But it's a possibility. So again, if you want, you can try to get into that. It's not my cup of tea. I'm more into the swing trade that I'm in. Because right now, let me see. Right now from the swing trade, I am up. Oof, I'm up a good amount. I like seeing that. That's nice. It's nice. But yeah, I'm up a good amount on that swing trade. So just be careful with this move. And EURNZD still playing nicely. And yeah, I don't really have anything else. Is there any other pairs you guys want me to look out? I doubt it, kind of. No other pairs? All right, all right. Well, thank you guys so much for being on here. I always appreciate it. Recording will be up very shortly, and let's make some money on here. I'll see you guys later. No problem. Have a good day.